End of May 2025, going to do a one-take garden update. Just got the lawn mowed, so I'm hot and sweaty. But thankfully, the sun has finally gone behind a cloud, so it's actually a little better for filming and certainly a little better for me. So let's flip you around and do a tour. So this update, for the most part, is kind of the theme of impatience and disappointment, or at least trying to reorganize a few things. This is a raised garden bed that was given to me by a friend of mine. So we just finished a whole bunch of potatoes in it, regular like russet or yellow potatoes. And what you're seeing here now are sweet potatoes, which is going to be another theme here. This is the Beauregard variety, and I'm very surprised that it is growing a lot more vigorously than any I've ever seen. Marigolds and zinnias, mostly at the end of their lifespan here. Need to do something more with that. The kids and I just took a whole bunch of these deadheads and spread them all over the yard, so that's going to be fun. I hollowed out the inside of this turpentine mango, this wild mango, hopefully to promote a little better growth structure. Trying to get it to do basically what this one is doing. Kind of low and spreading shape. And neither of these have fruited yet, but man, they are healthy looking. This little mango over here is a Keat? Is it Keat? No, conover that I just decapitated to hopefully promote a similar growth structure. And I did the same thing on this little Keat seedling. Now, mangoes typically take 3 to 5 years from seedling to actually fruit, so I hope this one does faster than that. But that's the parent tree for that Keat seedling. And we have had an interesting mango season this year. We've kind of got a double fruiting. So these beautiful things are nearly ripe, and they're massive. They're huge. But we had a second fruit set about a month and a half after the first. So we also have a second crop of mangoes coming on, which I am thrilled with. Kind of annoying though, they keep bumping your head on them. Very excited. Keat is by far the best mango I've ever had, and I'm so privileged to have had it on the property when I bought the house, not knowing what variety it was. So, really not much going on in here. We just replanted a bunch of stuff, and sadly, it's not coming up as vigorously as I'd like. This is okra, but in and among it you've got, of course, the weeds, but also this is kale sprouts from the previous crop. And they're just popping up like mad. Planted roselle over here. Planted sunflower in here along with more sweet potato. Okra. There were probably 18 or 20 seeds I put in here, and I've got 4. So, sorghum grass, and I have 1 sprout. So, this here is Sapodia that I got from a recent, I know it says Sapodia, but it's Sapodia. It's from a historical home not far from here. We have 4 huge racks of bananas, but they have been right like this since December. All 3 of these bananas fruited in December. They flowered, and nothing yet. So, impatience. I'm trying to figure out what kind of mulberry can tolerate the huge amount of nematodes in my soil. So this is a Tice variety, which is a cross between a white and a black mulberry. It's supposed to have very good nematode resistance, so we'll see. 5 little papaya. This is just from a store-bought papaya. Moving along. These mulberry, I'm not quite sure what they are. They grow a lot more aggressively than the standard everbearing variety, and they go dormant in winter much more quickly. And they seem to be very happy. You know, they have some nematode resistance, but they do get very tiny little flowers. So I just chopped it back. The cool thing about mulberry, every time you chop it back is when it sets new fruit. It really loves to be attacked with the clippers. chop it back all you want, and it will set fruit anytime during the summer. Let's see. This is Napier grass, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but remember it's here. The citrus over here, really very sad, and I'm trying to figure out why. I have a theory, and I think it's a lot of anything I plant over here near this oak tree, it just languishes. And on this is the southern side, so it gets plenty of sun. That's not the problem. But anytime you've got compost over here, the oak tree roots just, they spread all through it, and they suck out all the nutrients. So I'm trying to figure out what to do over here. Sweet potato. The disappointment that I'm trying to figure out is what to do with the food forest. I have a soursop tree hidden in here, and I just recently actually tried soursop, and I hate it. It's disgusting. So I don't want that. The pink guava here was a transplant, and it's languishing. Don't know what's wrong with it. Elderberry, that's cool. That's really cool for a change. The papaya are huge, but they have been consistent failures, if that's even a thing, because they don't produce fruit very much. They'll set fruit, but they don't get bigger than a baseball, and they fall off every time. Don't know what this thing wants to make it happy. The loquat, it's doing all right, but I don't love the taste of loquat, and it takes 5 to 6 years to fruit. I don't want to wait that long. The fig, I have one fig over there that's doing all right, but most of my figs have done terribly. Strawberry fruit tree, this is kind of cool. It's got fruit on it. This is also called a Jamaican cherry. And I just moved a whole bunch of this Napier grass out of the food forest. Just like this, I moved it out because it was getting so big that it was shading everything else. And so I moved it out to hopefully give more sunlight in here for some of these things. This is the one fig that's doing all right, and I don't know what the difference is. This is the brown turkey, is it? Yeah, brown turkey. This is the Suriname cherry. Again, not doing great. This, is this soursop? I don't even remember what that is. Banana doing all right. Let me show you the pigs real quick and then we'll be done. We just had our septic field completely dug out and replaced. When we bought the property, we didn't know that we had a septic field. We were told it was on sewer. So we start having sewer problems. We go through 2 months of investigation. Lo and behold, we have a septic that trees were growing all into because nobody knew it was there. So, new septic. $4,500. No big deal. Grateful for my parents for helping with that one. The pigs over here, we got these. They were probably a month old when we got them in December. And now they are, well, they're ready for harvest as soon as I can get to them. Come here. No? There you go. Okay, we just harvested about 18 pumpkins out of here, and we've got 3 or 4 more. Oh, shush. And yucca, and I just planted some sweet potato in there. That's it. That is my May 2015 update. Adios.